Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Walnut Lodge, Volant location. This is the Saturday 8:30 flow. This is the next to the last week of this session. So we have just, 2 days to really finish kind of what I was trying to accomplish. So what I'm going to do today is add kind of the last piece of this section. And then next week we'll be able to pretty much do the whole thing. So this summer has been really interesting, and I hope that you really kind of enjoyed watching the separation of this series. So we're going to need at least one block. Some of you might need two, or two and a bolster. So we're going to start the warm up today with the back and the stomach exercises. So pull your block on the low position, right up against your spine, and then just ease yourself back. Now some of you are going to need this second block for your head. So ease yourself back, and then let those legs go straight, and then just start breathing. Big ribs to the ceiling. Couple more big inhales, just really feeling the ribs push up to the ceiling, and when you feel that, you feel the contraction of the erectors that you're laying on, and then you're really trying to release those on the exhale. All right, now soles of the feet flat. Pick your pelvis up and just scoot about an inch forward. And then we're going to pull ourselves up nice and slowly. Hands behind your head. And feel the stomach muscles engage. You feel that rectus. Now, pick your pelvis up and again, scoot your sit bones forward. And we inhale here. And then exhale, we pull the rib cage down. Inhale. Exhale, pull the rib cage down. Inhale. Going back, not too much. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're feeling the ribs really work. Inhale. Now really try to get your sacrum down. So pick your sit bones up a half an inch and try to scoot them towards your feet. You'll feel that low back really stretch. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale, exhale, pull. One more. Inhale, exhale, pull. Now just release yourself down. Breathe big, staying here. Keep working those ribs up. And then pick your sit bones up, kind of move them forward again. Tuck your chin, pull yourself up. So we're at a slightly different place in that block. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the ribs, reach the sit bones, press that low back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel the waist starting to stretch to the ground. My sacrum is pretty much on the ground at this point on the exhales. And on the inhales, I let it rock up. So we're really actually going to straight spine here and then to a flexion. Just keep going. Inhaling back. Excuse me. Exhaling, pulling. Tuck the tailbone, reach those sit bones towards your heels. Feel that stretch in that low back. 2 more. And then release yourself back again. Maybe your head touches the floor, maybe not so much. You can use that second block. Breathe the ribs up. Stretch your legs to straight if you want. Just let that upper back ribs adjust. Keep the work going. We're not just laying here. We're actively breathing the ribs up. So you feel those muscles really contract underneath your spine or underneath the body on the block, and then release them. That's what we're working on there. Tuck your chin. Pull the sit bones, feet back up. All right, this is the last position. So, you should feel like you are in a different position, and if you're not, then just wiggle yourself forward. So we inhale, exhale, pull, sit bones reach to your feet. Just keep going. You find the place. Exhale, just keep inhaling, exhaling. Waking up the spine, waking up the core. Stretching the back. Last one. Really press that back into the ground. And then scoot forward a little bit. So that block is really on the shoulder blades. Now, it's going to hit the back of my neck here. And so we're really getting that upper back. And so you could keep this little rock going. It's kind of an interesting feeling. So the block is, the edge of the block is right up against your skull. Your shoulder blades are on the block. And then you're just inhaling, and that edge is holding your head. Exhale. Just a little baby traction here. Mainly what I'm feeling is that really upper part of my back between the shoulder blades, just getting a little bit more of work, a little bit more work. And then on my inhale, I'm really pushing the ribs up. This is kind of getting ready for this next breathing exercise. So just one more of these. Let that go. Let the legs go. And then just be still for a couple of breaths. And then roll yourself to the right side. Couple breaths here. And make your way up to sitting. Alrighty. Stretch those legs out in front of you. And then just easy forward bend. We're not really forward bending, just let yourself go forward. Just feel. So I did this before the block, before we started. So even though we have the warm-up really wasn't a forward bend, there's just a little bit more motion there forward for me. You know, some people just really have this lovely forward bend, and it's not my hamstrings that get in the way here, it's my back. All right, so this is the breathing exercise where I'll just do the legs first. We're going to flex our ankles, dig the heels into the ground, and just pull them towards us just a little bit so that you can feel the pelvis pushing against the legs. So the hamstrings work, the hip flexors are working. That's what we're trying to get at, the hip flexor work. This is the inhale, and then the exhale is stretch. Now if you can add this dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, do it. But if you can't, just don't worry about it. So the inhale, we flex, dig the heels, and pull. Now the chest is going to lift, right? This is a big inhale. And then we exhale over. All right, so the legs do that. Hands are behind your head. This exercise goes forward and up, not just up. So we're trying to scoop the chest down, forward, up and out. Now we're using either ujjayi. If you can ujjayi, you're going to use the sipping breath, which is making a little oval with your lips. And you'll just suck in through that small circle and exhale through the same. So what we're trying to do is really slow that breath down so that we can keep the breath coordinated with the movement. So the hands are behind the head, and we're going to go all the way to this arch, right? As big of an arch as you can, and you're going to look up, right? Now when you look up and arch, you're going to feel a load being placed on those hip flexors because you're leaning back a little bit. That's okay, right? That's kind of what we're doing. All right, so extend, let yourself round forward. I'm going to talk the first couple, and then we're going to just continue on our own. So exhale all of your air, and then inhale, scoop forward and up. Big, big breath, lift, flex, pelvis is working, and then exhale through the heels, extend all the way over. Inhale, push forward and up. Exhale, over, 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 over. I'll talk one more. Inhale, lengthen, chest, arch, flex, reach up. Exhale, over, over, over. Now keep going. Let that be your last one. Release your arms. Couple big inhales here, and then just roll yourself to sitting. All right. Now, we're going to add one more thing here if you want. So, that round, I was pretty much making my inhale and my exhale about the same amount of time. This time what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, we're going to hold the breath at the top of the inhale, and then we're going to exhale. No holding at the bottom of the exhale. And then we're going to try to make that exhale twice as long as the inhale. So say if I'm going to inhale for a count of 4. I'm going to inhale, 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 4 counts. I'm going to hold for 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to try to exhale for 8 counts. If that's too much, then just switch to 4, 4, and 4. All right, but the idea is that you really want to feel how that breath motivates the arch at the top. You're not moving, you're feeling this big expansion of the chest. That breath is big in there, in the rib cage. And then as you exhale, you want to feel the movement itself. Just push the air out as completely as possible. All right, so we're going to do, I'll talk one of these, and then we'll, spend a couple minutes doing a few more. All right, hands behind your head. Exhale the air over. And then we inhale, chest forward. Pull the feet, feel the flex all the way up. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath. And then exhale, deflate. Let the action of the torso just push the air out of the lungs. And I'll talk one more. Inhale, chest pushes forward. Feet flex, you feel the pelvis pull to the thighs. Big inhale, lift, hold it. Hold the air in, no moving at all. And then exhale, stretch the legs, release the spine. Over you go. Keep going, own timing. One more. And release. And roll up. All right, so I'm totally sweating now. But that's why this breathing is quite a bit of a warm-up. All right, so just moving on. Turn sideways. And then we're going to pull our bolster behind us, just because it's been a while since we've done this. And bend the knees. And just let yourself release over. Bigger arch than the blocks. Now let that left knee drop open to the side. Just feel that inner thigh and hip open. And pull that up. And let's do that again. Just drop that leg. Now, if you're watching, I'm lifting my heel to the ceiling. And as I'm dropping it, I'm picking the heel up further to the ceiling, and I'm rocking the leg, pivoting the leg rather, on the base of the little toe. And then slowly pull it in. And again. So lift your heel, drop the knee, push the heel to the ceiling. Let that knee drop. Keep pushing the heel as the knee drops. And pull yourself back up. Now just go to the left, lift the heel, drop the right, drop the knee to the side, lift the heel, Just let that hip open, but keep pushing the heel to the ceiling. So we're going to use this later in the big twist and in the reverse tables, and pull it back up. And again, lift it up, heel to the ceiling, drop the knee. And pull it up. All right, now lift the left heel, drop the left knee, and then just take that right knee over. Actually, don't lift the heel, just let yourself drop. So feel that both legs drop to the left. Take that top knee and squeeze it in towards that left calf. And you're gonna feel, like I'm feeling that low back on that right side on a stretch, as well as the line from my right hip, the front of my right hip, the ASIS to the knee. And then just release that, come back center, drop to the right, pull that left knee down, pull that up. Now again, left knee drops to the side, right knee drops down, pull the inner thigh so that that knee gets close to that calf. Feel that whole tug on that right side. And come up. Just one more time. Drop to the right. Pull that left knee down. Come on, back to center. Couple little wiggles. Now feel that nice curve that you have. We've really kind of worked that diagonal a bit. Now just roll to your right side. And then while we're here, just take that left arm straight up and then reach it over the head. And feel the breath from your waist through that armpit. Relax your neck, it's just kind of dangling. If you don't like that, grab that other block, but just we're not gonna be here that long. Just breathe big through that side rib. And then roll center. Let the ribs go. And then roll to the other side. Stretch that right arm up. And reach it over. Breathe. Couple more. Really try to direct that breath upward through those right ribs. And then roll back to center. And again, roll to your right side and come up. All right, let's move that bolster. So sometimes I have an idea of what I'm going to, not sometimes, I always have an idea of what I'm going to do. But then sometimes what happens is, you just feel something that you need to do, and there you have it. I felt that side stretch. And then, I've really been sweating. I mean, this humidity is really oppressive. So even with this really super easy work, I'm sweating. Sweat is just running down my face. All right, so you can see where I am. My fingers are towards us, right? Towards my pelvis, rather. I'm rolling my shoulders back, lifting my chest up, feeling that upper back stretch. So we're going to go to the leg drops. So we're going to pull the right knee down and then pull it back up. Keep the sit bone down. Left knee goes in. Keep the sit bone down. My left knee does not go as far as my right. And again, right knee down. Pull with the inner thigh and up. So we kind of did a little bit of a warm-up for this today with that bolster rather. And just keep going back and forth, right? Try to keep the chest. And you can even you can feel the start of this diagonal pull from the knee to the shoulder. It's actually not a diagonal, it's just going all the way up that same line. Now let your pelvis get involved. So my knee is going to go further, getting a better stretch across that right shoulder. And now the left leg, keep that shoulder rolling back. Just one more here, right, left. And then the next time you go to the right, take that knee all the way down, press it into the ground, or as close as you can get, roll that right shoulder back, and then feel that whole line stretch. And roll that up. And then left leg drop. Roll that left shoulder back. Pull it. that up. Stretch both legs long. Release your hands. And then just go to a monkey hand. We didn't do any hand stretches today. And actually, I'm feeling that. And last week we didn't do any hand stretches because we just did all that spine work. So back of the hands and then make a fist. Just put a little bit of weight in them. And then come back up. Maybe press them the other way. Or rotate. I think I'm going to rotate. Because we're going to go back. We're going to go back to that position. So we're going to do a couple sets of the reverse table. And if that hand position gets to be too much, just change it to the other direction. All right. So hands back. Fingers towards you, feet hip width, right? Roll the shoulders back. And then sit bones reach up, reverse table. And we're breathing, right? We're pushing our chest up. We're taking our sit bones, we're driving them to the backs of our knees. We're pushing the hands out on the mat to feel that shoulder blade come underneath us. Couple more. And release down. Stretch the legs again. Hang forward. Actually, either hang forward or take that pelvis and push it into the thighs actively, which can be like a hang forward, but really try to feel that low back pushing into the legs. Just a couple more breaths. And roll up. Hands back. Variation on this. Gonna flex our ankles, right? And push the soles of our feet towards the short edge of the mat, right? This is what we do, the exact same foot position that we used in the first breathing exercise. So we're trying really to grab the outside hamstring and the glutes, the rotation in the glutes, outward rotation, lateral rotation. All right, so press the shoulders, take your sit bones, push, can't go as high. And then just work the back of the leg as you lift your chest. Breathe. Keep pushing. Push. Push. And come down. Stretch the legs again, parallel. And over you go. and roll up. So one more, and this time we're going to squeeze our knees together. Now they don't have to touch, but they're going to squeeze in towards one another so that we kind of get the opposite of what we just did. So you're going to turn your heels out a little bit or toes in, whichever makes sense to you. Fingers back and roll the shoulders up. Knees are squeezing in, and breathe. One more, and pelvis down. This time release the arms and roll all the way down onto your spine. And then pull the knees in to your chest. And then just let them rock back and forth. And then soles of the feet on the ground. All right, so on to the pelvic, the swings. These swings are in both parts of the series because they do such a nice job with internal, external rotation. It's not a lot of weight on the hips, so it really lets them open. And it's a lot, of hamstring. So pull your feet in as close as you can get. If you can grab your feet, grab them. But if you have to pop your heels up in order to do that, then don't. So take your sit bones and push up towards your knees. I'm just going to move my arms to the side, and you can too if you're not holding on to your legs. So starting to the right. We push the hips to the right, swing them down, push back to the right, and go up. Push to the left, swing them down, push back to the left, and up. To the right, swing them down, push right, and up, and left, swing them down, push left, keep going. Inhale right and, exhale right and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale left and up. Exhale right and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale left and up. Exhale right and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale left and up. Exhale right and down. Inhale right and up. Exhale left and down. Inhale left. Keep going. Just feel the internal and the external rotation at the hips. So let that happen. Then you're going to feel the movement of the knees. It's slight, but it makes the knees feel good because it goes through the range of motion. And that's kind of what we're doing. A little bit of stress on those joints in terms of weight and motion. But we have the internal, external rotation going while those hamstrings and the glutes are really, working this movement. So we're getting some really nice active length. Inhale left and down. Inhale up and to the right. Exhale right and down. Inhale right and up. exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left, one more, exhale right and down, inhale right and up, exhale left and down, inhale left and up. Slowly roll through, pull the knees in. Rock them. And then just pull them in. Wrap your fingers around. And then stretch those legs straight up to the ceiling. And if you can grab the sides of your feet, grab the sides of your feet. If you can't, just grab a strap. And we're just going to hold this. So you want to pull them where you feel a good stretch. Knees need to be straight, so that's why I have my strap. So I'm feeling a little tight today. Couple more breaths, just trying to let that low back hamstring go. I mean, you might as well use this heat, right? I don't know if it's hot at your house, but I'm just trying to feel myself melt into this humidity. It's really the only way to deal with it. If you try to fight it, you just get nervous. And then release that. Pull the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open. Tailor sit. Kind of. And then stretch those legs out into a straddle. You can hold the backs of the knees or your feet. And then pull them up. Bend the knees again. Soles of the feet down. And just let the back go. All right, grab a block. Now you might want to come up to get into this. Or not. I'll just come up on this side. So we're pulling ourselves into a half euro here. And I don't think Lisa is out there today, but Lisa has trouble with his ankle. So I told her to put, a rolled towel underneath. It's actually the foot, because this is going to be a big stretch across the ankle once we get up there. So if that is something that you need, have a towel. Actually, a towel is the best, but a smaller towel. You don't really need much. All right, then you're going to put your left. I'm using my left leg. I'm going to put this block underneath the other side, my right side, and then I'm going to go back and then adjust. All right, so my knee comes up off the ground a bit. I know that some of you will have the block underneath you and the knee will be on the ground, so we're looking for an extension across this hip socket. And now we're just going to work the two legs in opposition. So we're going to take our right heel, push it into the ground so that we pick the pelvis up off of the block, and then we're going to take our left knee and roll it to the inside and try to take that knee down to the ground. We're going to hold this for a minute. All right, so push the heel into the ground, pick up your pelvis barely off that block, and then work the hamstring on the right side and the inner thigh on the left. And breathe.
Millie had a question. question too about the legs shaking in straddle.
Oh, tell her that's okay.
You just did.
Oh, I did, yeah. Millie wanted to know why, if it's okay for her legs to shake and straddle, and it's, yeah. It's just that, you know, your legs are at a place where it's kind of at the end of your range of motion, and your legs are having a hard time holding that. So just, it's nice to have a hold of your legs there and then just let them relax as much as you can. And that's usually when they go into shaking, but don't worry about that. Just keep pushing up off this block. And then move the block and release the right side of your pelvis down, and then just relax. Just keep breathing, almost done. And we're going to release this by rolling to the right. And then straightening your legs. Flex that left ankle. And then really push the heel out so that the quad gets nice and tight. And then come on back to center. But before I come back, I'm going to take that block. I'm going to roll my left hip up onto it. Right foot is flat. I'm going to take my, left foot is flat. Take that right leg back into the hero. I know you can't see it. That's why I did my left leg first. All right, so your right leg is in hero. The left side of your pelvis is on the block. You know, put something under your ankle if you need it. Now we're going to push into our left heel and pick ourselves up off that block just barely, right? And then just spend the same amount of effort to pull that right knee down to the ground. So you have the inner thigh working on that right side, stretching the quad, and then your left leg, your left hamstring and glute are working to keep your butt, doesn't have to be high, up off of that block. So just breathe there. And then slowly we remove the block and then just let that right knee come down and relax here for 2 minutes. So your left knee, your opposite knee is still pointing up. So you have to kind of, unless you're really released, I have to keep working that left inner thigh or I roll to my right side, to my left side. Slowly we release this by rolling and then straightening the legs, but really pull that right quad and flex the ankle. All right. Rolling back onto your spine. And then make sure there's nothing to the sides of you, because we're going to be doing the big twist. Although I definitely need a drink right now. All right. So we haven't done these for a couple weeks. So we're going to start with our knees dropped open to the sides. Flex the ankles and then push the heels away from you. And as you push the heels away from you, you'll feel your pelvis, the sit bones reach towards the feet. Because, pushing the feet, pushing the heels, you're trying to really straighten your knee. You're pushing the heels down and then straightening the knee engages those quads. So you feel your low back really nice and flat on the ground. My heels are on the ground, but I have my feet turned out. So the whole knife edge of my foot is on the ground. So I'm going to pick my right leg up and I'm going to roll to the left. I'm going to put the ankle bone on top of my knee and I'm going to put that knee into the ground. Now my back foot is still active. My left arm is forward. Take my right hand. I'm going to reach forward so that my shoulder blade kind of pushes off of my back, flex my hand, push out. Now remember, this isn't straight out. I'm going to push out and it's going to come towards my cheek because we're actually looking for a 45-degree angle. Now we hit this perpendicular place with our chest. Keep pushing your chest forward, feeling the arch of it. Flex the hand. And then some of us feel that pain going down to the elbow. Try to keep that left knee on the ground. So this is your anchor. So once you hit this place where you can't go any further, and what's stopping me right now is my hand. I feel that pain from the finger to the inside of my right elbow. Now I'm going to push my left heel kind of more away from me. I'm going to push my pelvis forward. I'm going to squeeze that right knee into the ground. And that's my anchor. So my legs are active. Then I'm going to try to take my pelvis and push through that curve. Now remember, when we first did this, we were going over a bolster. So you feel that big arch as that finger reaches towards the floor. All right, now we're just going to roll. We're going to release this by releasing the shoulder back, pulling that leg up, rolling this to the center, replacing it, and then left. Pick the left leg up, cross it over, come all the way onto that right side, knee down. Right hand is forward. You can see my foot a little bit better. Take that left hand, push it forward, shoulder comes off of the back. You hit perpendicular, and now push. Push with your foot, push with your knee, push with your hip, push with your pelvis. Push that line. I'm trying to feel my pelvis and my chest make a forward arc. My left shoulder blade is kind of coming up and over an imaginary bolster. My hand is flexed. And again, from the finger, my middle finger to the inside of my elbow, it doesn't feel that good. Keep pushing. My left knee is pressing into the ground. Keep pushing. And release this. Roll that shoulder down. Come through the center. And again, we're going to do two more. Pull that right leg up. Cross it over. Up onto that left side. Right hand goes forward. Flex it. Push. Long and out. Come up. Keep that knee. Now push with your pelvis, push with the knee, push with the chest. Keep that wrist flexed and reaching. If your finger gets to the ground, tuck that middle finger in and then use the floor to help you flex that wrist even more. And release, pelvis, shoulder, roll back to center. When you return that right leg, just feel that left inner thigh and hip socket just go. Because that's kind of what happens here after all of that internal rotation. So pull that left leg up, cross it over, hand down. Take that left arm, push, flex, all the way up. Now, push. Pushing my knee into the ground, pushing my hip into the ground, pushing my ribs forward, flexing my wrist, breathing. Release. Let that leg open. One more set. What's kind of cool here too is once you find that push, you can start releasing other things. It's a very complex movement. Take that right leg up and over, knee down, right hand forward. Push that right arm out and push it up and over. Press with your knee and your pelvis and your thigh. Don't let that knee come off the ground. And release. Open that right thigh. And then one more. Left leg comes up and over. Left arm reaches out and up. And push. Heel, push with a knee, push with your hip. Push with your ribs, inner thighs squeezing down into the ground. Breathe. And release. Come center. Let the knees open. And then slowly rotate the thighs in. Feel your back on the ground. Feels pretty good, really. All right, so the last part of today is going to be working into the shoulder stand cycle. So everybody's going to be in a different place with this. So we're going to start with a bolster under our hips. And I'm going to turn the other way. So I'm just going to put my bolster under my hips from sitting. And then that way too, if you don't want to do this cycle, the total cycle, you can do a half cycle. And we can just kind of get everybody. All right, so pelvis on the bolster, shoulders down. All right, then just stretch your legs up and let them come towards you. So this is the candle. And this is a place that you can come back to if you've had enough. It's also a nice stretch. When you're doing the candle, though, don't let your pelvis come off the bolster. Just let the hips flex. And try to keep the pressure of the sacrum on the bolster. So what you'll get there is you won't get any lower back flexion. You'll get less lower back flexion. You'll just get more hip. All right, so we're just going to hang here for about a minute. All right, now just push your hands into the ground or the bolster and press your pelvis up. And come back down. Try to get your shoulders rolling under as best as you can. And again, press up. And come down. And again, press up. Keep releasing that upper back.
and come down. Pike it to come down. Breathe there. James, how much time left?
Yeah, 5 minutes, 6 minutes left.
And again, press it up. Twist your hips to the right. And then bend the knees. Let those knees come down as close to the ground as you can. And then press up. Twist to the left. Take those knees down. Press them up. Twist to the right. Right leg stays up. Left leg just drops down. Press it up. Twist to the left. Left leg stays up, right leg comes down. Right leg comes up. Pike down. Pelvis on the bolster. Then bend the knees. And then soles of the feet on the ground. Stretch those legs to straight if you want. You'll feel the hip flexors lengthen. Then slide yourself off of the bolster, spine flat. You can let that bolster stay underneath your knees for just a little bit. Of a corpse. Big inhale. Reach out with your arms and roll off of that bolster and come to sitting. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that and enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Hope to see you next week.